Hello, Mixed Nutcases. This is Nuke Joss.
And hi, I'm Tech.
And we've got some good news for you.
Good news, everyone! You know I had to do that, right?
Of course you did. Look, the world is the world, and things that are going on are the things that are going on. And we all need a good distraction from that. So Tech and I thought we would get together and talk about some good news that has happened. Things that can make us smile, things that can give us hope for the future.
It is way too easy to be depressed and way too easy to doom scroll on the internet. And, you get onto Reddit or Instagram or something and all you see is the horribleness of everything that's going on around you. And it's very, very easy to circle the drain and get yourself down. And I'll be honest, I've been down pretty much a lot this week because of everything that's been going on. So,
yeah.
You know what? Let's not talk about it.
Let's not talk about the sky falling in, I don't know, every couple of hours.
Yep.
Or things going on with your family that means the sky is falling.
Nope.
We're going to talk about things that have gone right, things that we can be happy about.
Yep.
You want to start us off?
Sure. I'll start off with the big news.
The big news.
There's a team of Japanese researchers that have managed to reverse the effects of Alzheimer's in mice. Using a therapy of arginine supplementation given orally to mice, they have managed to reverse the effects and clear out the toxic proteins in the brain of mammals. This is massive news. This is not... This isn't, oh, well, there's a potential that there's a therapy that could help suffering Alzheimer's patients. Like, no, there's a potential cure.
Yeah.
And, it's amazing. Now, I understand that, doing tests on mice is not the same thing as doing a test on humans, and not by a long shot. And we're still, decades away as we go through all the regulatory hoops and all the testing to make sure that it's safe and
and figuring out how can you test and see if it'll actually work on humans.
But we're getting there, and we made a huge step. And I can't think of a single person I know whose life hasn't been personally affected by somebody with Alzheimer's or related dementia. So this is huge.
Yeah.
And means a lot to me. Because, we lost my mom a couple years ago. So, you know what? I'm really looking forward to this. This is really, really exciting news. The one big caveat is that they mention here is that, okay, so with arginine supplements in mice, they were able to reverse the effects of Alzheimer's. Don't give your grandma arginine and say, oh, it worked on mice, it'll work on GMA.
Yeah.
It's like,
No.
No, we still have a long way to go. And as close as mammals are to one another, grandmama is not a mouse.
I love how you keep saying GMA. Mom, we're not talking about you, I promise. We're not going to just start slipping supplements into your food, I promise.
Any more than the supplements are already... I mean, hello!
Shush.
I'm kidding.
She listens to this podcast now.
Hi, Gma!
Hi, Gma. She'll hear this in like 6 months to a year. After we've already started doing it. I mean that we would never. Moving on. No, that's really exciting. I mean, no, are we ready? Does that mean that we're going to be able to go to our local drugstore pretty soon? No, but it does mean that there's hope.
It means that in 20 years, when it's my turn to go through the family ringer and it's my turn as the third generation of my family who's probably going to go through this, that there may be a supplement that'll help me.
Keep donating to the Alzheimer's Society.
Keep donating to the Alzheimer's Society. If not for whatever this cure can bring, but for the help that they can bring right now.
Yeah.
To people that are suffering with this, and to their families that are trying to support them. Because let me tell you, the Alzheimer's Society did a fantastic work for my family.
Yeah.
And we would not have made it through without their support. So.
And I will say, anybody that you are experiencing dementia with, any of your family members, speak to the Alzheimer's Society. There's not just Alzheimer's, and there are courses you can take that they offer free that will help you relate to your loved one better. Mm-hmm. It was very helpful for our family. You are not failing if you need help. The help is you succeeding.
And a phone call to them is free.
Yeah.
And it is amazing the help that they can provide with a phone call, because you would not believe the help that I got from the nurse the one day that I called.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane. We can talk about this another time. But what other good news have you got?
Really exciting. Sea turtles.
Sea turtles?
Yes, the green sea turtle. There's a lot of moving on and off endangered species list, but the green sea turtle has been on the endangered list for decades, and they have now been moved off to the what is it?
Protected?
No, it's like least close or something like that. Anyway, I switched pages. I'm sure I'll find it. Give me a moment. But yeah, the sea turtle is now, it's just goes to show what marine conservatory efforts can do, that there's a lot of stuff that the different conservation efforts have done. And this is part of a global population increase about 28% since the 1970s. So when I say decades, I don't mean 10 years, just 10 years. Or
as old as us. And wow, Nutty,
yeah,
that's pretty old.
That's pretty darn old. Yes. So yeah, we can be less concerned for the species, but we're still going to be concerned. And I don't think it has anything to do with the paper straws, but doesn't it feel better knowing that you had to suffer with those paper straws and that now
the turtles are doing better?
Turtles are doing better.
With all your time on the water growing up, now, did you ever see a turtle in the wild?
I've seen turtles in the wild, not sea turtles. They like warmer waters. But I've seen turtles, in the parks and in rivers and things like that. Well, snapping turtles, lots of snapping turtles right down my street.
Yeah, but no,
not the sea
turtles with flippers, not little fingers.
No.
I got to see one once in Hawaii about 25 years ago. Yeah, we were snorkeling in this national park, and somebody waves me over and goes, "Tech, come here," and then I see her little head poke up above the water. And then I go down with my snorkel and my mask, and I go down, and there's this turtle, maybe a couple of meters away from me, bopping around doing turtle stuff. And she looks over at me. I look over at her. She's pretty cool. I'm not making any moves towards her. I'm certainly not going to touch her. You were warned about that by the rangers. Do not touch the turtles. So she's over there. I'm over here, and it's this trope you see on TV all the time when you've got two guys in cars and they pull up to a light and they're going to drag race, and they look over at each other and they give each other the nod. Right? They nod to each other, understanding that when that light goes green, they're going to race. Right? I swear to you, upon everything I know, I swear to you, this turtle gave me the nod. She looked over at me. I was looking at her. We made eye contact. She gave me the nod and then looked ahead and flapped her flippers, and it was 1-2 gone.
Yeah.
I tried to keep up, but no, them turtles are quick.
Yeah, they are. So, least concern. They went from endangered to least concern.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And, some other really good news is, I gotta pull it up now. I moved to the other tab, is that, so in May, a kingfisher native to Guam laid eggs outdoors for the first time in almost 4 decades. So the kingfisher, that particular species of kingfisher, was marked as extinct because the only ones living wouldn't lay eggs.
Yeah.
And it laid eggs outdoors thanks to this breeding program.
That's really good news.
It's very exciting.
Kingfishers are really cool. These tiny little birds that sit in your hand, like they're about that size. They got this big, long, thick beak. Yeah. And they're dive bombers. They'll like fly out of a tree and then like dive bomb beak first into the water to catch fish.
Tell your train story though.
Oh, the Shinkansen, the bullet trains in Japan. Actually, the nose of the train was designed to mimic the effect of the beak of a kingfisher, because a kingfisher, the way they pierce through the water, does it without generating sonic booms because of the shape, so that they can surprise fish when they catch them. And they use a similar shape on the Shinkansen so that when the train enters and exit tunnels, it doesn't make a big boom that was disturbing the local villages on the side of the tracks. So by mimicking nature, we were able to make a train quieter, which
is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you hear a lot of negative stuff, and I don't want to get negative, but a lot of people that are like, oh, a researcher, was like, got their doctorate by studying the effects of the beak of a kingfisher, and there's always that one negative Nancy that's like, oh, well, what good is that gonna do? That's not gonna help me pay my bills. Well, no, but eventually it'll help make a train quieter, and you never know.
And it'll make the train possible instead of we can't possibly have that. It's giving, people headaches and nightmares and whatever.
Yeah, and it's little things like that you never know. Somebody who studies how a bumblebee flies may make a better helicopter, or somebody who studies shark skin can make your car more fuel efficient. There's hundreds of these stories all over the place that
polar bear fur to solar cells and solar panels.
Yeah. The glass tubes.
Yeah. So additionally, some other things that I'm just gonna throw out there because it's just really neat when you find out that nature is coming back. There's a brown trout that returned to some cleaned up Swedish rivers that were previously messed up by industry. So they've cleaned it up and now the brown trout is back.
That's fantastic.
There's a singing insect that was brought back from the brink in England. A crane staged a remarkable comeback in Scotland after having been hunted to extinction. So it was extinct and now it's come back, and there's about 150 on the brink species in neighboring England. So, I mean, more success stories. It's just so many things like this. It makes me happy because, look, I'm a geek. I watch Star Trek 4. They went back to save a bunch of crap lousy whales. Yeah, because we needed them in the future. And that was a very heavy-handed way of saying.
So to the time traveler who saved the Kingfisher, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's just going to say that we don't know what we're going to need these animals for. Will it be V'ger coming back? I don't know. But it could be for something else. It could be for finding the next cure to a debilitating disease. It could be the thing that cleans up our oceans. It could be a million things.
I got another good piece of environmental news this year.
Yeah?
The 2025 Antarctic ozone hole was the smallest in 5 years and closed by December 1st, the earliest since 2019, which signals a strong recovery thanks to the Montreal Protocol's ban on ozone-depleting substances. NASA and NOAA reported that it was the fifth smallest hole since 1992, with higher ozone concentrations and a weaker polar vortex contributing to less damage. And this shows a positive long-term trend despite natural annual variability. So what did I just blurb?
Yes.
International cooperation to clean up the polluted mess that we made is working.
Yeah.
And we can track trends and we can see that we are, we're actually doing some good. The one problem that I came up with is, Nutty, I was thinking about this. You know how like fashion trends are on like a cyclical thing? Well, the 80s are due for a resurgence again. How are we going to get 80s level of volume and lift in our hair if we can't use those
we haven't
CFC-filled aerosol products?
Yeah, we haven't used fluorocarbons in our hairspray in decades. I mean, we're good. The ozone clearing up is one of these things that I've been saying all the time. They say, oh, they keep changing what it is. And it's like, you know what? We stopped using it in aerosols and the ozone has gotten better. And yeah, you stole one of my stories. I was going to talk about that hole as well, closing up. It's exciting. Like, I remember when I was younger and we were terrified about the fact that the ozone layer was being depleted and there was a giant hole, and now it's the smallest it's been.
And all of the girls with like those massive 6-foot feathered bags. What am I supposed to put in my hair now?
Gel. You're supposed to put gel in your hair. You don't need fluorocarbons.
But it doesn't. It's not the same.
No, it's stronger and it's better.
All right, I got a tech one for you.
All right.
The car company Dodge.
Yes.
They make a big V8 muscle car. The last of the really cool muscle cars called the Charger.
Yes.
Well, in 2023, they decided to give up making the big V8 one.
Okay.
They made a final model called the Demon 170. It had over 1,000 horsepower. It is dumb. There is no reasonable purpose to own this car. But there's a great car guy. He had a TV show in Canada in the 90s, and he would like drive like a Ferrari or something. And then he would say, "Do you need a car like this?" "No." "Do you want a car like this?" "Oh yeah." So I agree with him. Do you need a Charger? No. Do you want one? Kinda, because they're dumb. But they gave up on the V8. And for the last 2 years, they've only been making EV models, which they call the Charger Daytona, which is an electric car. But this is a huge thing. And this year they're finally bringing back a gasoline powered one, but it's a 3-liter straight 6. So the big American muscle cars are finally starting to realize what the Japanese import tuners discovered in the 80s. That if I take a small motor and put turbos on it, I can make my small motor act like a big motor, and they can be really, really fast.
And more fuel efficient.
And more fuel efficient and more friendly to the polar bears and a bunch of other things. But this electric muscle car, which is ridiculously quick, is a really important step for the car market. Because they made a muscle car, electric car, and they made it cool.
Yeah.
And they made it look good. And this is really important because I'm so sick and tired of every electric car looking like a shoebox, you know? To some people, the look of a car is important, and I want to look and feel cool when I'm driving my car. The fact that it's, economical and friendly to the environment, these things are also important, but I don't want to drive a shoebox, you know?
Yeah.
So making a cool looking, very, I sent you a picture in Discord. Tell me what you think of that.
Oh, I got to load up Discord now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm recording. I turned everything off.
Okay, well, I'll keep going.
All good. Keep going.
I'll keep
check.
talking while I'm talking.
Keep talking while you're talking.
Given that it's a Dodge, Dodge has always had, since the 60s, they've had very cool names for their colors. So it comes in a bunch of colors.
That's very cool looking.
Yeah, so that color is called After Dark. That's a dark blue with a pearl.
It's like a Prussian blue, I'd say.
They make a dark red, like a scarlet with a pearl. They call Red Eye. Mm-hmm. There's a sky blue. You'll love this one, Nutty. It's called Bludicrous. They make a bright orange called Peel Out.
Okay.
The white is called White Knuckle.
Oh, that's good.
The silver, it's a very white silver. It's an old school color. It's called Triple Nickel.
Nice.
They have a dark gray called Destroyer Gray. And then the one that they didn't do any sort of work on, the Diamond Black Crystal Pearl. They could have come up with, Midnight or something.
Yeah, but
come on, we get
Diamond Black.
Yeah, but we get Bludicrous and Peel Out.
Yeah, no,
it's not as good as Plum Crazy, Top Banana, and Sublime, but you know what? We're getting close. I'm not mad.
It's pretty good. One more thing for energy, I'll throw out there is, for the first time, the combined might of wind and solar overtook coal as the world's leading source of electricity.
Well, that's fantastic. And, we're making a lot of inroads to move away from coal. To move to things like liquid natural gas and a bunch of other things, but moving away from coal is a really good thing.
And not just replacing coal with another limited resource. Now we can get into the semantics that yes, the actual solar cells is limited, but it's actually changing how we're able to get solar energy. So that's actually the really big thing. Solar is the fastest growing source of electricity ever, not just now, ever. Just a decade ago, it was 1% of global electricity, and now it's 9% and rising, which doesn't sound like much, but that's a lot considering. And in China, it has grown 20-fold. The key to this is that the costs in solar keep dropping. It used to be so expensive to do solar, and now it's fallen about 90% in just a decade. So we're really going there. And there's another article that I saw where it talked about how China's actually ahead of their wind and solar projections. They had a goal for 2030. They've already passed it in 2025.
That's awesome.
And they're just going to continue. So, I mean, this makes me really happy because so often you hear the argument of, well, why do I have to reduce my use when there are these countries that aren't doing anything? Well, now the countries that they said weren't doing anything are becoming the leaders.
Yeah. The one thing that bothers me, like I'm really excited about this renewable energy thing, and I'm really excited that solar and wind are moving up, but there's an unexploited renewable resource on Earth that really bothers me that nobody's exploding like solar and wind, and that's tidal.
Yeah.
The oceans move every day.
Well, we are in some places,
But
the Northeast uses a lot of that.
of tidal power?
Oh, not tidal. You're right. No, we use water from the falls.
There's hydro.
Yeah, hydropower. Sorry.
Hydroelectric, which is, from falling water in dams and rivers. No, I mean tidal. I mean, the Bay of Fundy moves up and down 37 vertical feet.
Isn't there
twice a day.
Isn't there like a power center there we visited?
There are small ones.
Yeah, small ones that were for research. I'd like to see those expanded.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, the Bay of Fundy moves up and down 37 feet a day. If you put, and we're not talking about turbines underwater here that could chop up fish. I'm talking about put basically a giant fishing bob, like a big red and white fishing bob that goes up and down and up and down and up and down with the waves and have that collect energy. Mm-hmm. Why not?
Why not? There's so many other untapped areas as well. Thermal heating, all of that. There's so many other different things that we can do, and I would love to see more of it.
Geothermal is
geothermal is really fascinating
and really easy. I mean, when we were when I used to work at that school in Southern Ontario, the schoolhouse I worked in was geothermal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they even had a whole other system where the whole roof of the building would the roof, the parking lots, and everything would collect all of the rain and melt water.
Yep.
And that's the water that they used for the geothermal to pump around in the system.
Yep.
It's also the water that they would use for all the non-potable water in the building. So the sprinklers and the toilets were all flushed with recycled, recollected water, so you're not wasting fresh drinking water to flush toilets.
Exactly. And there's the whole geothermal of getting more from the earth, and that actually would cool down the earth, so it's a win-win. It's so fascinating.
Do you know how much water we'd need to use geothermal to do anything to the earth? The earth is big.
No, I know, but it's like tiny drops in a bucket, but it's drops in a bucket. But anyway, you got anything else?
Things that I'm looking forward to in 26, like, you know what, I just
meant good news, but go ahead.
That's what I got for good news, but I'm looking for more of this. I like go ahead and tell me more. I want to hear more good news.
There is one other article, and I've got to try to find it again. Yes, it was in the Maldives. Okay. So in the Maldives, they have become the first country to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV, syphilis, and hepatitis B. That is amazing. And it just means that...
In the Maldives?
Yes.
Of all places.
Of all places, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so then it affects millions. In Southeast Asia alone, estimates suggest that more than 8,000 infants were born with congenital syphilis in 2024, while about 25,000 HIV-positive pregnant women required treatment to prevent transmission to
in the Maldives?
No, this is just Southeast Asia.
Okay. I was going to say, what the heck is going on in the Maldives?
No, just in Southeast Asia. So the Maldives now, as of this year, were able to, and this is World Health Organization confirmed, they were able to stop that transmission, and it came from a significant and sustained investment in maternal and child health research and services. But it just tells us again that things are possible, and that's what makes me really happy. Is this everywhere? No, but if they did it in one small place, we can replicate it. We can start bringing it other places. And Tech, you said you would like to hear more good news.
I got one.
Okay.
I got one last one I can talk about.
Go ahead.
If you're going to wrap up.
I'm going to wrap up with some sources where people can find good news, but you go right ahead.
But I got one more.
Yeah.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
They have a minor league hockey team called the Hershey Bears.
Aww.
Every year at one of their games, they do a teddy bear toss where they ask their fans to throw teddy bears onto the ice, which they then donate to needy children. Okay?
Nice.
It's a charity thing. I believe they call it Sweet Cuddly Mayhem. They've been doing this for 25 years. That they throw these teddy bears on the ice at a break in the game and then collect them for charity. This year, Nutty?
Yeah.
This year, 81,796 bears were thrown on the ice.
Nice.
81,000. Last year though was even better. Last year they broke the record. Last year was 102,000 bears.
Wow.
Oh, I guess when they do the teddy bear toss, it's whenever they score the first time in the game is when you throw the bears.
Ah.
So
Excellent.
3 minutes into their game last year, all of a sudden this barrage of 100,000 teddy bears. But I mean, it's a minor league team.
Yeah.
In Hershey, Pennsylvania. So the stadium seats what? Maybe maximum 10,000 people, probably a lot less. So that means that everybody in the stands is showing up with like 10 teddy bears and just hurfing these things onto the ice like major league pitchers. This sounds like fun. I want to do this.
Yeah. No, it sounds like a lot of fun. I love it. That's great. So, in the beginning of, or during the pandemic, there was that YouTube channel that came out and it was Some Good News. And while I was doing research for this, I discovered a website that I thought was that just moved into regular text. It was not. That has died. It was bought by CBS and they didn't move forward with it. But there is a website called goodnewsnetwork.org. It's been going since 1997. This has been, it is number one on Google for good news. It has been going since 1997. I love it. The logo that they had, it just says, it looks like it has an expletive and then happens, but the expletive is scribbled out and it says good happens. It is just fantastic. So what they do is they curate good news. Additionally, you don't have to go to their website for it. You can get the app. You can get an RSS feed to bring it to you. And they are putting out good news every single week. So if you are looking for good news, you can find it. I'm looking today and actually not even every single week. It's every single day. There's about at least 4 stories a day that are just going to make you smile. Like, rehabilitated manatees, lowest number of shootings in New York City, things like that. And a lot of the news that we've reported here and talked about. Another one is positive.news. It's another website that you can get some really nice positive news, and it gives you links to where it came from. All of these have links. All of them will tell you where to find more information so you can verify your sources. But in a world where we're getting so much bad news, it's kind of nice to have some good news on the radar. And maybe that's a good way to kind of be a palate cleanser in between all of these horrible incidences.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Not good news, but a feel-good website that everybody here should know, and if not, you should get acquainted with, and that's Humble Bundle.
Absolutely. We've purchased from them a lot.
Many times. So Humble Bundle, if you're unaware, is a charity website that hooks up with video game makers and writers. So you can buy bundles of games and books and software from them at severely discounted rates, and in a lot of cases, you get to pick your price for what you get to pick the price that you want to buy this software or these books or these ebooks or these video games, and that money goes to charity.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic website. You're going to be buying video games and books anyways. I'm pretty much guaranteed that. If you're listening to this podcast, you're buying video games and books, so you might as well do a little bit of good.
Yeah.
I check Humble Bundle about every month or so just to see what the new bundles are.
We got some really good role-playing PDFs.
Oh, heck yeah. I
Humble
got
Bundle.
like every single Warhammer 40,000 role-playing book in one big bundle and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. No, it's really great.
We even got that one year. We got DLC characters for the Star Trek Online RPG.
Was that from Humble Bundle?
Yeah, it was a Humble Bundle where part of it is you could get all of the TOS bridge crew as your away team.
Oh, okay. Gosh, it's been so long. I have one more story that I want to talk about.
Sure.
That is another, they're just doing it at mice, but I'm excited for the future. And
the Alzheimer's thing again? Did you forget, Nutty?
No, but it does have to do with an anti-aging drug.
Okay.
It regrows knee cartilage.
Oh, let's talk about this some more.
Yeah. As martial artists and people with bad knees, we're like, wait, what? Yeah, so it's an injection that blocks the activity of a protein involved in aging, and it reverses naturally occurring cartilage loss in knee joints of old mice. So it's a Stanford medicine study. It's exciting. I really hope that this is going to help. It's going to definitely help people with ACL tears. They also think that it is possible that it could help prevent arthritis and other things. Now, I'm reading a news story about a study. I did not read the study myself, but it is, really exciting when you see things like this. So there's a lot of things that it's going to be able to help. And just think of all of the things that you wish your cartilage was better. I have long said I can't wait for there to be an injection to regrow cartilage. That's one of these Star Trek kind of medicine things. Oh boy, will that be fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's cortisone, which is kind of close, but if I can regrow the cartilage in my knees,
imagine being able to regrow it instead of getting a joint replacement. So how many people do we know that have, cadaver parts, metal parts, whatever?
Man, if you can regrow, if you can retighten the ligaments in my ankle and depinch the nerve in my neck, we will have a great day.
If I can get this ankle to just behave, I'm sure it has to do with cartilage. Like whatever. Let's get good cartilage everywhere. So I'm excited by this. There's a lot that we've grown in the medical community. There's, what do they call it? Oh, what's the name of the thing? It's like Splicer or Cypher or CRISPR, that's it. With CRISPR being able to resequence your DNA and RNA, and we're doing it with vaccines and things. The future is so bright that I just want these
Imagine
scientists.
if we could make a real Rory.
Okay.
Lord.
I must remind you of a very classic quote.
Yes.
You were so concerned about if you could do it, you didn't think about should you do it.
Look, what does Jeff Goldblum know about genetics anyways?
But my whole point is I just want to keep funding these scientists. I just want to keep learning. The future is bright. And it is good to look at these good stories and think about, yes, let's keep it going. And let's make life better for everyone so that one of these scientists will blossom, because we don't know what community, what household, what background these scientists and these great minds that are going to revolutionize the world are going to come from. And I'm not just talking scientists. I'm talking about the animal rescuers, the people that clean the offices, the people that are going to create art for this better world. We want to make the world better for everyone. So, yeah, let's keep that good news out there.
Hey, there's 8 billion of us here. We all got to live together.
Yeah.
We may as well concentrate on the good and not the bad.
And let's
the more days that we can concentrate on the good and not concentrate on the other stuff is a better day.
And I am a strong proponent of you can do little things to help and they have ripples. It's the butterfly effect, right?
It does not need to be huge.
Yeah.
We are not all Bill Gates. We all can't give billions of dollars to help charities, but then again, you don't need $1 billion to make a difference. The change in your pocket can help that guy on the corner today. This coming from the guy who doesn't give his pocket change to the guy on the corner for reasons that we've discussed on other episodes of the podcast.
Well, I was also thinking more along the lines of like helping that person to their car, sitting and listening to somebody who has problems. I'm
out shoveling my driveway and I noticed that the neighbor hasn't shoveled his yet, so
exactly.
I may as well. I'm washing my car. I have a bucket of soapy water. The neighbor hasn't washed his car yet. I'll wash the neighbor's car. He used to pay me in beer when I did that. Which is not a bad currency, friends.
Which neighbor?
My dad's neighbor.
Oh, okay.
The one he shares the driveway with?
Yeah.
There's been a couple of, especially when I had my white car, when I had Valerie. Yes, my car's name was Valerie. When I had Val, I would be washing my car in the driveway, and then his car, he also had a white car, but he didn't wash it as often. I'm like,
Gotcha.
I have a bucket of soapy water, a rag. I'm listening to tunes, and I'm outside. It's like, who cares if I take another 20 minutes? I'll wash his car, whatever. And then he came out and he paid me in beer.
That sounds nice. But yeah, no, it's these little things, you know, you see somebody on the street, you wave, you smile. It does have that ripple effect. And sometimes people are having a hard time and they need you to be the source of good news. So that's my soapbox. Anyway, if you've got some good news, please let us know. You can go in the Discord, you can go in the Facebook group, whatever. We would love to hear about your latest good news, whether it be personal or something you read about that's happening in the world. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Stay positive.
And I want to thank our patrons, without whom getting the get up and go to do this would be really hard. So thank you so much to our top tier, our big daddies. Thank you to our biggest daddy, Jax. And also thank you to Rich the TT. Thank you to the Encaffeinated One. We're now going to our patrons of the arts. The Encaffeinated One, Susanna, Melissa, the Bathtub Mermaid, Mark Cabot, Hugh, and Kaylin. Thank you so much. And I want to thank our other patrons. Thank you so much. You all are awesome. Thank you to Shane, Selganor, Mike, Kinsey, Ken, Ian, Harold, Steven, Radical Geek, Greg, Zachman, Will, and Uncle Monster. Thank you so much, everyone. You are awesome. The Nutty Bites podcast is produced by Nimlast Studios under the Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives 4.0 International Deed. What this means is you can share it, but you can't change it, you can't make money off it, and you need to link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlast.org. There you can find links to social media, Discord, our Facebook group, Patreon, or you can call us at 347-NUTTY-42. We do not consent to having AI scrape, learn from, or repurpose the Nutty Bites podcast.